Hello, my galactic friends. There's a line in the Tao, and I believe the Tao Te Ching must have been downloaded from some very high energies in our galaxy. It says, when you realize where you come from, you naturally become tolerant, disinterested, amused, kind-hearted as a grandmother, dignified as a king. So let's look at that first line. When you realize where you come from, well, for many of us, we don't realize where we come from because it doesn't feel like we come from Earth. I mean, we're human, we're having a human experience, but there's also this deeper awareness that, where am I from? Is this really my home? Are these my origins? Maybe that's the best word to use, is origin. When you realize your origin, you naturally become tolerant, disinterested, amused. But let's go back to that idea of realizing your origins. Maybe it's just a feeling. Maybe you are actually very assured in knowing where you come from, knowing your galactic origins. Whichever camp you happen to be in, perhaps you're just in early days, realizing where you come from, just sit in meditation. Just open yourself beyond your body, beyond your thoughts. See if you can get very still so that you have this awareness that goes beyond all of these things. You could even imagine or visualize your own energy moving outside of your body so that instead of just being enclosed in this suit that we wear, that we call ourselves, your consciousness moves beyond, it expands. And I'm sure many of you have this experience regularly. And when this happens, if it happens, you may have trouble doing this because our mind is very insistent that we stay focused in the important stuff. But if you can get to that place where you feel yourself as more than just your body, your mind, your personality, your name, your history, and you get a sense of yourself as much vaster, as something beyond all of these little components that we call ourselves, this is when we start to realize where we come from, and we don't have to give it a name. Often we will want to rush in and give it a name. Oh, this means I'm from the Pleiades or Sirius or Arcturus, whatever it might be. See if you can try not to do that. If you notice your mind automatically grabbing a label, see if you can even step back from that. Our minds, this is what they want to do. This is what we want to do because it helps us explain our human experience. We want to be able to explain it to ourselves. But see if you can just stay in that don't know place. That place of just pure awareness, just pure communion. When you realize where you come from, doesn't need a name. Names are just, again, our human way of trying to describe something so we can understand it. This is beyond understanding, folks. Where we come from, it's vast. So vast our minds can't understand it. But when you start to cultivate this, don't just do it once and then, oh, I can't do it and move on, or I had this great experience and now I'm enlightened. No, this is something we have to continually return to, this cultivation. Because realizing where we come from, we didn't learn this in school. It's something we have to cultivate. And the more we do, the more we experience ourselves as more than just our body, our name, our history, our circumstances, then the more we realize where we come from. We don't feel so out of place. We don't feel so weird. Because we realize we come from someplace that is, the earth is part of it, but we are more than that. And then what happens? When you realize where you come from, you naturally become tolerant. We can look out at the world and don't get so upset by it. disinterested. Now, that can sound rather cold, but really it just means that we know ourselves to be more than this. Amused. Some things actually start to become funny. Often it's our own, the way we get so worked up over things. We start to be able to laugh at ourselves a bit more. Kind-hearted as a grandmother. I am a grandmother. But whether you are or not, it's this kind-heartedness. It's this benevolence. It's this recognition that everybody is more than just this, again, this suit of, we call the body and the name and the history. Everyone has a deeper origin. So tolerant, disinterested, amused, kind-hearted as a grandmother, dignified as a king. Dignified. That's a powerful word. And again, it doesn't mean that you are not part of the world. It just means that the world isn't all that you are, and you experience that. So, I hope this is helpful to you. When you realize where you come from, you naturally become tolerant, disinterested, amused, kind-hearted as a grandmother, dignified as a king. And I'll see you soon.